You know we about to level up. You know we about to level up. You know we about to level up.
What's up, guys? Chromathos here again, and along with me I have
KareBearStare89.
there we go, and also
TinyTinyTea.
and both of these ladies actually round out the rest of our team here at Level Up Gaming AZ. And I wanted to take this time also to update you guys on what our structure is looking like, and when we're planning on opening doors. We're looking more like closer to the end of summer. Also, as we learned with Killer Jack last week, both Care Bear and Tiny T here, they both have their own spots. So Tiny T, she is in charge of social media management.
Yeah,
So how's that going?
currently we have one post, but I'm hoping to look for a lot more just to promote the videos and all of the fun stuff that we have coming out.
Right, and at the end of this, you guys will also see links to all of our social media. Look down below and you'll go ahead and find our Facebook, our Instagram, our Twitch. El Mook is actually working on doing some Twitch streams for you guys. As soon as we lock down exactly when, we'll go ahead and let you guys know. And Care Bear Stare, she is our, what do we agree on?
I believe you said graphic design.
There we go. Our graphic designer, she's actually going to get together all of our little avatars for each individual person, and then also all of the other nice stuff that you guys will see flashing on the screen, like that one and that one. And let me see. Also, wanted to let you guys know that along with the opening dates, we're also getting close to choosing our gaming consoles and also choosing our PCs. That way you guys will know exactly what you guys are going to end up playing on. So for right now, let's go ahead and get the interview started. This is what, the second time that we've done this?
Yes, I believe
About
so. Which isn't super bad.
It's not too bad. So now with that first interview done and us having to remake it, so let's go ahead and talk about what we actually want out of Level Up. What is so Care Bear? We'll go ahead and start with you. What is that you're looking to get out of Level Up for you?
It's a good question. I believe I would like to see just a good community area where people can just come by, spend however much time they want gaming, and be amongst people that they, can relate to. I mean, sometimes when you are into games, you're considered an outcast, and there needs to be a safe place for you to go. So this would be perfect for it.
Yep, that actually really echoes a lot of what Killer Jack ended up saying at the last one too. He actually did want a place where he can be a little bit more serious about games. So yeah, no, I feel that. I really do feel that that's something that we lack as a community here, at least. So Tiny T, what is it that you're looking to get out of Level Up?
Well, what I'm looking just to get out of it is basically what Care Bear said, but at the same time, just doing a lot of community outreach programs, just to help some kids out, help some people out who, like Care Bear said, who don't really socialize because games aren't super mainstream with other people.
Right.
So just kind of developing that type of community and also just helping people reach out to other people.
Right, and you actually do really bring a very valid point of doing community outreach, and it's a good thing that we're actually speaking about it now, early on, before we even begin to get established. And that is something that I see that a lot of companies actually lack from the get-go, is they'll go ahead and say that they'll do this, that, and the other, but they never follow through with it. I know that you have a certain passion for this. The school that you've gone to have actually prepared you for that type of an outreach. And I'm not sure if I said it before in any of the other videos. That's actually something that I want to be able to do with each individual one of you guys. Is I want to be able to meet all of your guys' needs, as well as meeting the needs for the company. So with that being said, we are a gaming center. We're going to end up playing all kinds of stuff. Video games obviously is the main thing. Out of all the stuff that we are going to offer, what's something that you guys are, so Care Bear, what's something that you're looking to see how it actually works out?
In respect to,
Well, I mean, we have card games. We have Magic the We'll have Magic the Gathering. We'll have Yu-Gi-Oh. Hopefully, we'll have the Pokemon trading card game. We also have D&D that we'll be offering. Also, the video game tournaments. So stuff like Just Dance. If we can go ahead and get those. If we can get the 3Ds, the 3D games in the corners. That's going to be something else. That's actually something that I've been wanting to try it myself. I know I'll suck at it, but something that I want to do. So, from everything that we offer, what's something that you're looking forward to actually seeing how well it goes?
I've never seen a D&D game, so that would be something I'd like to at least observe in. I'm not big on storytelling, so I don't really know that I'll be into it. I'm sure you'll probably force me to make a character, but
Maybe.
this is not what I'm looking forward to. Is participating. I enjoy watching people play video games, like legitimately, and I think that would be cool, as well as just touching back into Yu-Gi-Oh, because I played with my siblings, but I mean,
It's been a hot minute.
Yeah, it's been a while, yeah, and definitely some VR would be really cool, because I want to do Beat Saber, whatever
Right.
that game is. Oh my god, that looks so much fun. I'm just nervous that it's going to be like in your face and I'm going to end up hitting someone. So,
Well, that's something that we are going to have to be very careful on is making sure people are far enough away from the wall.
and other people.
Yep. And T, what's something that you're looking forward to?
Well, I'm looking forward to doing a lot of the card game tournaments, so like Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh, because I grew up with those type of games. Currently, I'm a huge fan of Magic, and like Care Bear said, just the VR stuff because I really want to do it. I'll probably watch other people because I have really bad motion sickness, so I can't be able to do all of it. I think that Beat Saber will like just mess me up.
Right.
So I mean, I enjoy that, and then just playing a lot of story-driven games instead of regular like MMORPG games.
So I know you've played what was it? The zombie one. What's it called?
Left 4 Dead?
No, not Left 4 Dead.
World War Z?
No, the one with Clementine.
The
I
Walking
know.
Dead.
There you go, The Walking Dead. Is that the type of game that you enjoy?
Yeah, I like games that have like a lot of I guess an impact on certain people. Like with The Walking Dead, I had a huge love for Clementine. So I just like a lot of I guess emotional games that can impact other people and myself. And kind of a visual storytelling with like books
Okay.
and stuff and things like that.
So what games are you currently playing right now?
I am all about Animal Crossing. The New Horizons is fantastic, and I actually have both of my DSs out right now, and they both have a version of Animal Crossing in them. So,
Wow.
like, it's a serious thing. I haven't touched the DS in a while because the Switch is now my favorite friend that goes everywhere with me. But, yep, Animal Crossing. I'm huge on Sims and Minecraft. Those are probably the games that define me.
Okay. So what games have you played in the past?
Those three.
Oh yeah, those are fairly old games.
Yeah, they really are. I have played Mario since, oh my goodness, Game Boy Advance, or no, the one that wasn't in color. I'm not sure. There's like a rectangle one. It was great. I used to steal it from my sister. Land Before Time on the PlayStation 1. Some of those word games like Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, Monopoly. I don't play Monopoly now, though. It destroys households.
It really does, especially because everybody else sucks, right?
No, I suck, and I get mad because I suck.
Well, then, all right.
Yeah. But yeah, pretty much, I mean, honestly, Smite on the PlayStation, Minecraft on any platform, Animal Crossing on all platforms, and Sims. Those are pretty much my games.
All right, and Tiny T, what games are you currently playing now?
So, like Care Bear, I also am playing Animal Crossing. I recently saw that it was released, and I was like, I have to play it. And I was with Care Bear, and I was just like playing it on her DS, and I was having a lot of fun. So yeah, I play Animal Crossing New Horizons right now, and I also play the mobile game, Pocket Camp, which is also just an Animal Crossing game.
Hmm.
And one other game that I play Terra just on occasion, so you'll see me play it like every 2 weeks or so. Right now, I'm also really big into Spyro, so that's really fun.
Hmm. Okay. All right, and what games have you played in the past that you've actually enjoyed?
Spyro. The current Spyro version is basically just a remastered version of it, so
Hmm.
it takes me. Oh, I love that game. I used to play Left 4 Dead 2 with El Mook. Um, I believe Pajama Sam was on the first PlayStation,
Hmm.
and also I really loved playing. What is it called? Uh, Life and Star Fox.
I love Life. That was a really entertaining game to actually play on the PlayStation 2, I believe it was.
I prefer the board game.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I actually enjoyed it on the console.
It was really cool.
It really was.
I didn't play it on the console.
Oh,
No.
you should have. It's
So, let me see. Of the current games that you're playing now, what's something, Care Bear, that you would add to the game to improve it? What would be an addition?
Being able to go back into older versions of updates that maybe contain some things that they changed and just don't work for people that started originally on vanilla.
Hmm.
I think that's what I would want in games now.
So you want to not play like you're not talking about the first iteration of the game. You're talking about the actual like release version before they started updating the games.
No, I would say just like there's update 1, update 2, update 3. They should have the ability to go back through all of them.
Hmm. Okay.
Not necessarily like all of them at once, I guess, but where you can just, visit the older ones and maybe even start at version 1 and then go through the
Go
evolution
for
of it.
there. So I take it by that very opinion, you're talking about a very specific game.
Minecraft.
Nah.
They did me wrong. Not really. I just really liked pre-bees, man. That was the bee update is so weird.
And that's not something that you can turn off, right?
I don't know. I think there is an option in the game where you can revert it, but then you can't save, or not save, but you can't play online or something.
Hmm.
I don't know. I didn't click it. I just was like, I'm scared. And so I just updated it and played the new one. But they changed the user interface for crafting and your pockets, and it's just like, yeah, I guess it's useful, but I liked it the other way better.
So it's just really a new UI also that you have to get used to.
Yes.
So T, what's a game that you're playing now that what's something that you would change to improve it?
Well, like Care Bear said, with the pocket crafting, I remember that update, and I remember just going into the update and just trying to play afterwards. I didn't know how to play the game.
Hmm.
I love Minecraft, but I didn't know how to play the game anymore.
Hmm.
Which it's a very simple game just to play, but they changed the crafting, and I was so confused. I had to ask so many people, how do I do this? And they were like, I don't know. But if they played it like a little bit more, then they, helped me out. But most of the time I was like, I don't know how to do anything, and they didn't either. But just some other games. I love Skyrim. I didn't say that it was in the current games that I'm playing, but it's just one of my all-time favorite games in general.
Hmm.
In there, the only things I get this is I'm asking a lot for it, but I like a little bit more graphics, a little bit more uh, love for the environment
Hmm.
and just like the little clutter things that you can have. Same thing with The Sims.
But you want that available in vanilla Skyrim.
Maybe in
Because
an
there's,
update, but in vanilla Skyrim, that one's pretty enjoyable. It's a little bit bleak with its colors.
well, I mean, there are certain mods that you can go ahead and get that, change the textures and all of that. But it would be nice to actually see it coming down officially from Bethesda. So yeah, no, I get you. I feel that. Um, so we one of the games, at least for me, that I actually really do like the changes that they've done is, I know none of you guys play No Man's Sky, right? No. That's a really fun game to actually see where it started, and then all of the updates to the game that it is now. They're totally different games.
Yeah, I remember when it first came out, it like tanked,
Oh yeah, no, it sucked.
and then now it's like a thing.
Yeah, yeah. On its first and initial release, people were trying to give it positive reviews, but there was just so many things wrong with it. And over time, over the years, Hello Games actually ended up managing to upgrade a lot of the stuff, and now just the stuff that they have available is huge and it's ridiculous, and the textures they've actually changed. So I can get it from both sides, right? Where the updates are too much and they change too many things. One of the things for No Man's Sky that I can say that they haven't changed is the UI. The UI still stays the same, so it's really those fundamental changes that they actually make that I can see them rubbing people the wrong way. So, in your opinion, um, what is the best game of all time and why?
That's too hard. Honestly, the reason I have four favorite games is because they're just that they're the perfect games. So, oh no, I would not put Smite as that. I lied. So it's a toss up between Sims, Minecraft, and Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure all three of those have the same thing in common where you don't really lose. I mean, you die in Sims, you die in Minecraft, but
You can't die in Animal Crossing?
no.
Huh.
No, otherwise my people from the older games would be dead. No, but they are like life story games, and I think rather than a specific game being the perfect game or the best game, I think it's that type of game where you just live a story different from your own life, but pretty much the same as your life. Like you eat, you still
Hmm.
interact with human beings or animals. um, yeah, because I cannot decide between those three.
All right. Well, I mean, it's good to actually have games like that. And those games go back years, right? I mean, me, I'm
Yeah.
an old fart, so I can go back to the SNES times or even the NES times where it was Mario and all of that stuff. But you're not that old, but still, those games they have more than a decade of gaming. I mean, well, at least for The Sims and for Minecraft, those games kind of do have a long history to it.
I think Animal Crossing has been around
Has it?
quite a while. I mean, when did GameCube come out?
Oh, has it been around since then?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
all
I
right.
actually played that game from GameCube, so
Okay.
I grew up with that one. So I mean, I guess that puts it ahead of the others. But the other two, like I actually did play Sims. My dad had me play it. I think it was Sims Casino or something. Like it was something very similar to a casino where you built it and you made money off of the slots. I didn't know what I was doing, but I enjoyed the heck out of it.
Hmm.
And then I moved to Sims Pets and Minecraft now. Like I was like against Minecraft because it was on the iPads, like what are those? So then I got into it and I'm like, wow, this is just a simple game. It's all blocks
Yeah.
and it's so fun. It is.
You know, it's funny. I really do try to get into it, but it's just not one of the games that actually, speaks to me.
Have you tried it on creative?
I have.
Have you tried it on survival?
I have.
What's wrong with you?
I know, right? I can't say that I don't have the patience for it because I mean I've sunk hundreds of hours into other building games. My favorite game to build on is Fallout 4. And there you get to make all kinds of different bases and craft your robots and people and all of that stuff. So I can't say that I don't have the patience for building because I do. I think for me it's because it probably just throws me way back to the 16-bit games that I used to play when I was a kid. And what I really enjoy is just the new progression of the graphics now.
Right,
So I'm
right.
thinking it's probably just for me, it looks like a very basic default 16-bit game. And I'm like, but there's better looking games out
Yeah,
there. But
yeah.
that's just a me kind of thing.
So you're more into the graphics than the actual gameplay, I hear.
Well, I enjoy graphics. I really do enjoy games with very good graphics, but it's not always about them. One of the games I really did enjoy that kind of did them both was the Final Fantasy games. So the gameplay in the older Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, the gameplay itself was ridiculous. It was very 16-bit like, but yet their cutscenes were always very crisp. A lot of cutscenes from back then still hold a candle to a lot of the graphics that we have now, and those are very old games. So I can go either way with them, but I think it's just probably the way that the interface looks on Minecraft that just doesn't allow me to immerse myself into it.
That's fair.
Yeah. So T, how about you? What is for you, in your opinion, what is the best game ever and why?
Well, I've said it before, and I'll say it a million times. I love playing Skyrim. The game before that, I ended up playing Oblivion, and I fell in love with that game. I remember at one point, it was thrown away because none of us played it, and I ended up yelling at my dad just to like buy it again because I really loved the game. And so that that was really funny because I was just like, I love the game, but I don't play often enough just to like, put so many hours into it. That's other people's things, but I love the way with Skyrim it's just basically choose your own adventure and you can be kind of ridiculous with it. You can go from one quest to another in the middle of another main quest.
Right. So actually, it's funny that you say that because El Muki, I think he's playing Skyrim now, but he's doing everything else but the main storylines.
So the main storylines, I don't particularly like. I only played the Civil War storyline once.
I'm not gonna
Wasn't
lie, so did I.
It wasn't that fun. The battles were like 25 NPCs,
Hmm.
and that was it. I didn't like it. They weren't super climactic. The Dragonborn quest was a little bit more exciting because you get the dragons, and they're kind of hard just to beat in general unless you know what you're doing.
Hmm.
But a lot of the other quests, I really like doing the Assassin's Guild and the Thieves Guild quest lines because those are really fun. I will do them over and over and over again. Even if I know all of these options and I know how to play, I will still just continuously do it because there's just something about them that I like personally.
Hmm.
Um, so that's like one of my favorite games. But I it seems like I'm stealing a lot of the answers to Care Bear's questions, but I really do like playing the games that she said. I only just recently got into Animal Crossing with Pocket Camp,
Hmm.
and I heard about New Horizons, and so I ended up getting a Switch just so I can play New Horizons.
So that was the game that prompted you to actually get the Switch.
Yes. And
Seems fair.
then with Minecraft, I understand where you're coming from.
Hmm.
With Minecraft and with The Sims, those are pretty tedious games.
Hmm.
I love playing it. I love just getting away from my personal life and just creating someone's life and then making it kind of a disaster. That's what I like.
In The Sims, one the one thing that I really do enjoy is actually creating the home. I like
Yeah.
decorating it, creating it. I've built my dream home about six, seven times over, and they're all different. They're all stupidly different. I've built Art Deco homes. I've built ranch style homes. I have built huge, enormous castles, and I love them all.
I spend most of my time in Sims on pods,
Yeah.
just building.
Yeah, that's what I like to do also. It's just there's I don't know, there's something about it where I'm like, my life is okay, but let's see if I can make it better or make it worse in someone like just a digital character's life.
I'm too scared to do this in real life. Let me try it in a game.
Yeah,
See how
that's
it works
basically
out.
how it works. But I also like I also just like that you can choose whatever aspirations that you want. So in life you're just like oh well, I want to be like a really famous author, or I want to be like a professor at a university, an engineer and whatnot. They should have more options like that. They don't. Hopefully they will. But I do like that you can get a lot of the options that for me I wish I can do, and I know I can do, but that I don't have currently.
Hmm.
And so that's one of the really cool things. And with The Sims, I fell in love with it when for some reason, I ended up getting Sims Castaway. I don't know why I bought it. I just saw it and I was like, I want it. So I ended up getting it. It was on the PlayStation 2. I
Okay, that's what it was.
loved it
Okay.
so much. And then the second Sims game that I got was on the PSP, which, by the way, is probably one of the better like handheld consoles I've like interacted with.
Hmm.
But the Sims for that game or for the PSP is so hysterical. It's just a random plot that there are cows involved. There's like you're like a mythical cow, but there's also like aliens involved, and you're like Area 51 type of thing. But you don't know what you're getting into when you first start out. And like with the house, there's a very limited thing. You can only have so many things
Hmm.
in the house that you're building. When there's like, oh, I think it says you're throwing off the zen or the feng shui of the house. It says that, and I'm like, but I want more things in the house. But I do like going through with those type of games and just grinding and like just seeing the progress, because I can't see the visual progress in my own life. So just seeing it in a digital
Facts.
How wild would that be, right? If we actually walked around with a little
Level up.
XP bar.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
would be so helpful.
Well, see, I saw a cartoon not so long ago of a guy. He was really excited because we started having little XP bars over our head, and then he levels up and he's all kinds of excited. He picks he picks his new whatever, and he reached level 17. And then like later down on the comic, there was a guy that was like level 88, looking miserable as hell.
Oh,
I know, right?
that's morbid.
It is. It is. But yeah, no, that's actually one thing that I've always wanted to see. Like, when exactly do we level up? When exactly do we know that what we're doing is actually the best thing for us?
Well, I've seen like I go through some people's profiles just on like things like Twitter or Instagram, and I see that for their age, they always say a level like 21 or 25 or 19, 16, whatever like that. And I'm like, I don't feel any different from like maybe 19 to 21. Like I don't feel a big of a difference. Maybe to outside perspective, there's a completely different like type of personality, type like growth, but I can't see it, so I don't like using the whole
Eh,
level 21, level 35, because to me it just doesn't make sense. You're another year older. What?
it's
That's not
not really
leveling up.
that big of a change. Yeah, no, I get you. Um, for me, I've seen really very little change between the ages of like 21 and now, which is over 21. One thing. What is an opportunity? And actually, I'll go ahead and start with T. What's an opportunity in games? Something that you see games are doing that they probably should not be doing anymore.
Oh, that's a.
What's a trend that you're seeing that you're not too comfortable with?
So it's a lot of it's an. I mean, what we were talking about before with I'm sorry, but with Animal Crossing, with The Sims, and with Minecraft, it's a lot of grinding and it's a lot of just like I said, outside of perspective type of things,
Mhm.
which I'm like, that's gets kind of tedious, so I can't play, Animal Crossings and then just go immediately into playing The Sims because I will get bored after like an hour and a half. And that's the sad thing about it because I really love the game. But something that I wish would change and that there's always a trend is things like first-person shooters.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one
They're all the same.
are all the same that I have played. It's probably different for other people,
Mm-hmm.
like Killer Jack or El Mook or you
Mm-hmm.
or AJK, but Care Bear and I don't really see it different than the same game
They're
with
all
different
the
names.
same. They're all battle royale now.
Yeah.
And they all have battle passes, and they all have the same things.
So is that something? I take it that's
Yes,
that's a hard
that's why
opinion on you.
I was so ready to answer this question, and this is the only question I was prepared for, and you had her go first.
Well, I would have agreed with you anyways, which I'm glad that he had me answer it because it seems like I always take your answers and just
No.
apply it to
Yeah.
mine.
Okay. No, she's not. We totally planned this. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Well, we're around each other all the time that I'm like, ooh, yeah, I like playing that game. Or we'll play the same games.
Yeah.
But like on different servers, or you'll invite me to your server. That's just the funny stuff about it. But yeah, with first-person shooters, it's the same game with different titles and different graphics and different point of views and I guess different years.
Mm-hmm.
Like Battlefield, Call of Duty, whatever other games.
That is true. Call of Duty started the big red one, so I guess that was World War II, and then they ended up going back to World War One, I believe. Battlefield ended up doing the same thing. They went, I think it was Battlefield 5 that ended up going back to World War One, 2. No, that's right. Battlefield 1 ended up going back to World War One. Okay. So you're not a big fan of stuff like season passes or battle
No,
royale games.
I honestly believe that it's just like a ruse. But like in all reality, they started doing it after what? Fortnite came out. They started implementing it to all games.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, okay, cool. A new game came out and they do battle royale. Oh, I need it in my game.
Mm-hmm.
Really, you don't, because we want to try this new game, see if it's good. But let's be honest, we're gonna go back to whatever game we actually enjoy. So if we're big on Call of Duty,
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna be our tried and true game. We're not gonna stray from it just because something is different in a different game. We might play that game too, but you don't need to put every battle royale in all first-person shooters. Well,
And
even in Smite now, the battle pass, so I can't even like enjoy it. I actually have to like grind.
Right,
and I'm okay with grinding.
Yeah, and that's really the thing, right? Is the grind. Gamers are fine with the grind. Because then we unlock stuff at our own pace. One of my biggest pet peeves is one, microtransactions, and two, pay to win. Microtransactions for me, I've never understood them. Even in cell phone games, I hate microtransactions. But also the whole pay to win. What was the last game that was like that? It got all kinds of flack. Battlefront 2, Star Wars Battlefront 2 ended up getting all kinds of flack from the community because it was literally a pay to win game. But let's be honest, so is Magic the Gathering, right? Magic the Gathering
just
really
But
is
that's
a pay to
completely
win.
different. It's a tabletop game.
That's
It is,
kinda
and you
have
actually
to-
do end up getting something physical.
You
So
should be able to physically get everything in the game by grinding, not by paying for it. Things can be limited, I get that, but like in Smite, there's skins that you can't unlock because you had to have paid for gems to open the chest, and if you didn't get it in time, or you didn't do the battle pass in time, now you can't get it. And it's like, I want a game that, yes, it needs to take work to get something that's really cool and really good, but it should not have to come out of my pocket for it.
Right.
But I get it. Smite is a free game, so they need to make money somewhere.
So, would you guys be comfortable with a game that it's a complete game on release, but a paid update?
What do you mean?
I could see that.
So, okay. So, like with you, one of the games that you actually like is Skyrim. right? So if you remember playing vanilla Skyrim on the PS3 without any mods, without anything else, and we weren't really getting a lot of updates constantly like we are now,
Mhm.
would you actually pay for an update just for a vanilla game? And then with that, not only do you get bug fixes, but you also get a plethora of skins
Like
or
new
new
achievements?
Yeah,
stuff.
new items.
Okay.
So yeah,
As long as it was reasonable. I mean, I don't
Right.
want to
So
spend sixty
another
dollars
$60, right?
on a game just to like that's
Hmm.
ridiculous.
spend $60 on the same game that you already
Spend
own.
$60 on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'd be if I like what the update is giving me,
Hmm.
what I can receive from the update, and the new skins, the new patches to a lot of the what are they called
Glitches.
the glitches.
Oh.
So just new patches and new skins and kind of new objects or levels or anything like that. Especially with Skyrim.
Hmm.
But I also really just enjoy Skyrim just a lot.
Hmm.
So vanilla game, mods added to it, doesn't really matter because it's still the game.
Okay. And one last question. Um, where do you want to see level up in 5 years?
Booming. I want to see it popping with a bunch of people. Everyone's there. They're just like, I'm honestly hoping that we breed some professional gamers. I think that would be the coolest thing. Like they don't have the capability of doing that at home where they can
Hmm.
use the internet all the time or it's not a safe environment for them at home necessarily or whatever. They come to us. We create our regular customers and they achieve in their games and they
Hmm.
do well and they get sponsors and get big. Like that would be
Right.
so cool. How cool would it to be just like, oh yeah, Ninja actually used to come to Level Up
Yeah.
Gaming. Like he
Yeah.
didn't strike that. But still, like how cool would it be?
It would. That's actually something that we're hoping to actually be able to work on. AJK and I have been talking about where we want level up to be in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, and that is actually something where we're hoping to actually get to. Is we want to be able to actually sponsor an e-team, an esports team, somebody that ends up doing great in the standings. Somebody that manages to play on whatever game is currently being played. So T, what do you want to see level up in about 5ish years?
So, and I've kind of had this answer before when you asked us where do we want to see level up in general.
Hmm.
I really want to do the whole community outreach
Hmm.
because, like Care Bear said, um, just having a home away from home with all of our customers,
Hmm.
even if they're over like what 16, 18, whatever that, if they're not living with their parents, if they are living with parents, doesn't really matter. Just having them having a kind of a home away from home type of feeling
Hmm.
where we just welcome them all the time.
Hmm.
There's no different if someone's having a hard time at home, someone's having a hard time at school, and they just need to relax, play an RPG or the first person shooters just to get it out. Then I just want to be like a level up to be that type of thing, but I also want us to reach out and just say, hey, we're here for you. If you need anything from us, we will help you out. But we also have this where just come in and you're
Hmm.
gonna be fine. And I want a lot of loyal customers
Right.
because having loyal customers just make your day better in general because they know you. They're good. You have this relationship established between the two of you.
Right.
So that's what I'd like to see. And then also seeing just employees just hanging out, very casual,
Right.
because
Yep.
it level up. I hope so. Is going to be a casual setting, so no one's going to be uppity about anything.
It's gonna
No,
be
we're all showing up
professional.
in suit and ties.
Professionally casual.
Yeah, professionally casual, but you can still have fun while you're at work.
Indeed.
So that's where I want to see
Okay.
level up. I gave a lot of answers, but that's personally where I want to see it
Right.
go in 5 years.
Okay. Well, and like I said before, I'm going to try to do my best to try to meet all of you guys and meet all of you guys' needs as well as meeting the needs of the company. All right. So at least for right now, that's all that we have. So you guys out there, do me a favor, keep an eye on T. Will end up throwing some things out there on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're looking to be a lot more active on those platforms for the time being. TinyTinyTea is going to be the one in charge.
So yeah,
So if you want a direct message to her, you can go ahead and reach her through those platforms as well. You're going to be able to find those links on the bottom. And we'll go ahead and see you guys in the comments. Do you guys have anything else?
I'll see you on Twitter or Instagram. Just have your questions prepared. If you have any inside jokes, cool. Explain
Right.
them.
And also, be on the lookout for all of our new little avatars. We're going to have Care Bear here design them all.
Yay!
I'm so excited for that part.
Oh man, I'm excited too.
Alrighty, and we're out.
Don't
Bye.
forget to like, comment, subscribe,
Oh,
and ring that bell.
right.